So, off screen I went and checked inventory as usual, and I found out that, I think it's this letter. Wolfgang wrote a letter that I didn't realize he had written in the package. So, Wolfgang's letter says,
Dear Gabriel, please read the enclosed journal carefully. It might help you understand your family's special obligations and our current predicament. God be with you, Uncle Wolfgang.
So I guess that Gabriel's supposed to be some sort of witch hunter or something. Because that's what was in the journal. Also, let's see. Oh, no, don't go away. I wanted to talk to you just then. And of course I can't do anything until he gets over there. I checked the rest of the graveyard and there was nothing, at least I couldn't see anything, so I'll just question him about Damballa.
Have you?
I don't know what you talking about. I don't know what you talking about.
You know?
I don't know what you talking.
Okay, well, he don't know what I'm talking about, so let's go. Alright, now I already checked, you know, in the New Orleans map, so let's go to the drugstore. Because I'm pretty sure the end of the day is gonna revolve around the police station, getting all the evidence. What am I doing? I want to talk to you. So I'll just hang out and see other places first.
Have you ever heard of Damballa?
Damballa is an African legend about a great serpent. Folklore, that's all.
Yeah, one of the Loa.
Have you ever heard of
Some old African god, that's all.
Alright. Let me try again.
Some old...
What about the Agun Badagri? I think that's how you say it.
Does the name Ogun Badagri mean anything to you?
Don't talk like that around here, man. Don't.
Do you know anything about rider drums?
What I know, I wouldn't be talking about with you.
Do you?
What I know.
I still think this guy probably... Yeah. He's quite, He knows about voodoo. I don't know what to say. Well, let's go here. See Dr. John. Maybe in Jackson Square. Oh, it's dark
Why
in here.
is it so dark in here? Dr. John? Hello? Uh-oh.
Oh, is that the snake? Oh, okay, it's definitely prompting me to do something. Okay. I'm about to actually die in a stupid Sierra game for the first time in like... Hold on. I died. Because if I have to restore, that's what it's gonna be. Alright. Okay, now. Items. Okay. I'm just flabbergasted. What am I gonna do? Scare him off as a crocodile? That won't help get the python off Gabriel. Can I just kind of, I don't know, operate him? Kind of grab him off me? There's no time for that. Oh,
I really don't want to be dead. Can we try that again?
Huh, I've never actually seen that before, obviously. So I guess that's my first death in Gabriel Knight. Well, let's move. I died. So... oh crap. I have to start all my videos turning the sound down, but now I have to do that after every death, it looks like. Okay. Items. Okay, let's be smart about this. Actually, it should not be something that would require me to have an item. Well, maybe it would. But I'm thinking if it required an item... Oh, I know what to do. Use the stupid fan. It's a good thing you guys, I forget who it was, but you pointed out that I could use the fan, or else I wouldn't have remembered that I could. Because this pissed off the snake.
You bastard!
Good day, Mr. Knight.
Oh, good timing, Dr. John.
That thing just tried to kill me.
He did? I am sorry. The museum is closed today, you see, and we were not expecting visitors. But if you will excuse me, Mr. Knight, I must go look for him. He is incredibly valuable.
You don't need to ask twice. I'm out of here. By the way, you might want to lock your door next time you're closed.
Not a bad idea. Goodbye, Mr. Knight.
Hey, how about that do not harm thing that was written on this stupid stone? Okay, well... well, let's see Jackson Square. Usually there's a lot of fun over there. Okay, this looks unchanged. This drummer.
You know, I know who you are.
The drummer ignores Gabriel and continues drumming. Unnerving, isn't he? Yeah, a little bit. It's a little creepy.
Can I ask you a few quick...
I mean, it's pretty creepy that he's just sitting there sending messages. Nothing here. Hey, Benyo guy. How you doing?
Excuse me? Yeah?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I hope one day I can use you. I'm sure they moved the body out from the cathedral, but I'm gonna go over. Looks like someone moved and, yeah, found and moved Crash's body. Oh. Let's go in here. So far this place has not been very fruitful. I hope it gets more fruitful eventually. Come on. I want to see if you have something to say.
May I help you, my child?
I want... I'd like to make a confession.
I'd like to make a confession.
All right.
I've done some pretty rotten things to my friend Mosely.
Rotten? What do you mean?
Practical jokes, insults, among other things.
Stealing his
I
badge.
see. Are you sorry?
Well,
Pray for forgiveness and say 3 rosaries. Is there anything else?
nope, that's it.
Goodbye, then.
Alright. Let's just get out of here. Let's see. Banamushka's out. Posted on the door of the museum is a sign saying closed today only. This time the door is actually locked. Well, this isn't really offering many... Because I'm sure Kazunu is still not back. Let's see. Yeah, she's not back. So there's actually not many places to go. I'm gonna go to the Napoleon house. And then I'll go to the police station. Hey, you got anything new to say?
Could I ask you if you...
Dumbala.
Have you ever heard of Dumbala?
Never heard of it.
Does the name...
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Do you know anything about Rada drums?
Rada drums? Are those some special kind?
I guess. They're African.
Sorry. I don't know much about music.
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
I'd call you a regular, Gabe. And one of our local Rada celebrities, too. Been coming in here, what, 10 years now?
Don't remind me.
We're still waiting for that bestseller.
Don't hold your breath.
Alright. Well... I don't know. Talk.
Hi, how's it going?
It's...
What's up?
Buddy.
You know, aside from getting that that snake off me. I haven't really done much this episode. So let's go to the, oof. Ugh, that kind of ups the creep factor, because now there's a drummer kind of watching in. That's not cool at all. Ugh. Hey, I bet you have lots of information for me, as you always do, so let's see it.
Hey, nice precinct.
That's what you always say. But I bet he's an expert at Damballa.
Have you ever heard of Damballa?
No, sounds foreign or something. You don't want to make me...
Alright.
Does Ogun...
Hell no.
Do
You don't...
Do you know anything about Rada drums?
I like Lawrence Welk myself. You don't...
Alright.
I'm here.
He's in his office.
You're such... He said that there was Mosely at the crime scene, and then he's been useless ever since. Like, I don't know why I have to have an actual recording of him, because he does nothing. Alright, well, let's just go.
Mosely, my man.
It's you, God help me.
Hey, Mosely, people have been dying.
Can I ask you about...
Yeah, let's talk about... Let's see.
Have you ever heard of Damballa?
You mean gumbo?
No, I mean Damballa.
Never heard of it. You mean gum?
No.
Alright. Ugun Vadagri.
Does the name Ogun Badagri mean anything to you?
Say what?
Ogun Badagri. It's a voodoo loa.
Speak English or shut up, Knight.
Sorry, I didn't mean to confuse you. Guess I'll take that as a no.
Fair enough.
Don't start with that again.
Sorry.
Alright, he has a headache. Rada drums.
Do you know anything about Rada drums?
No.
They're these African drums, and they're being used all over the French Quarter to send messages for the voodoo cartel.
Yeah, right. When them drums announce a blue light special at OK Mart, let me know.
Do you know...
Stop it.
Alright. Case
What's the
status.
status on the voodoo murders case?
I told...
Okay, it's closed. Hey, Crash just died.
Crash is dead.
What? What are you talking about? I let him go yesterday.
Yeah, and I watched him die yesterday at St. Louis Cathedral.
At the cathedral? Guess he was trying to get a last-minute A-train ticket, eh? Poor bastard.
I think you should go find the body at the morgue. He was killed by the voodoo cult. Crash said.
Crash said. Did he mention pink elephants, too?
Aren't you going to investigate?
Civilians. Did you actually see someone kill him?
No.
Well,
Actually, I was with him when he died. Could have been poison, though.
Yeah, well, when they get the body in, they'll do a quick autopsy. Standard procedure. If it's anything other than an overdose, I'll get a report. But it won't happen. I know these guys. Lock them up overnight, and they tend to overdo it the next day.
Your professionalism is astonishing.
seriously. Hey, how about a stupid professor's death?
There's been another murder. A professor at Tulane.
Oh, Christ, you're not gonna start this again.
Just listen. This guy's name is Hartridge. He was a professor in African Studies at Tulane. Yesterday, I went to see him about the voodoo murders case. He agreed to do some research for me. He calls me up this morning, tells me he's onto something big. And when I get over there, the guy's dead.
You know, you're really getting your ass in a sling over this thing, Knight.
It's not about me. Look,
What?
Hartridge's death looked just like Crash's. I'm telling you, they were both murdered. And by the same people who did the voodoo murders.
Did either Crash or this new guy have their hearts ripped out?
No.
Then there's nothing to link either to the voodoo murders, M.O. Besides that, the case is closed, Knight. If the coroner's report asks for a homicide investigation on either of these guys, fine. But it's not going to be related to the voodoo murders case unless we find damn good reason to do so.
But I'm the link to the voodoo murders case, don't you see?
I wouldn't say that, Gabriel.
Look, if I were you, I wouldn't repeat that to anyone. If I weren't an old friend of yours, I might take you seriously and lock you up. As it is, maybe you should start keeping your mouth shut. Not involve other people with this shit. You think it's so dangerous.
Yeah, Gabriel should not say that he's the link between the murders, because he's the last witness, or he's the last person who's been seen with both of those people. But seriously, there should be an investigation on the death of a professor in his own office.
How can I convince you to...
You prove there's a...
Alright, I'm gonna insult you.
Have you ever called...
I'd rather have no...
Alright, it's a hair joke. Well, I do have a couple new items. Snake tattoo.
I took this tracing from a tattoo on Crash's chest. It's related to the underworld voodoo cult.
Yeah? What makes you think that?
It's what Crash said just before he died.
Well, he was probably hallucinating from the drugs he OD'd on. Probably got that in the Navy or something.
No, I'm sure it's related. It's a snake seed, and...
Even if it were a signal of some sort, that doesn't prove that the murders were done by a legit voodoo cult.
Man, he is a hard ass. So what was the point of this then? Let's see. Oh, well, since I got another one of these codes...
I have this.
That doesn't...
Maybe it's the other one. Oh, these codes.
These symbols are from Marie Laveau's tomb in St. Louis Cemetery.
Do
Wait.
they say... I'm sure that's a...
That's what you said about the other one, so... eh. Oh, right. Hartridge's notes.
Take a look at these notes. They're from Professor Hartridge at Tulane University.
Yeah? And what about them?
They confirm that the pattern from the murders is of African origin.
Really? It's incredible, isn't it? Something like that showing up here?
It's been here for quite some time, so it seems.
I'm impressed. Okay, you've convinced me. The murders were done by a legitimate voodoo cult.
Well, alright, so it looks like I can cross off, proof occult,
Can I ask
think. Let me check on
How
that.
can I...
You give me a lead on the cult.
Yeah, I need a lead on the cult. Alright.
I'm gonna hit...
Well, unless you have something to say, I'm kind of...
Excuse me.
Yes.
Oh,
kind of out of options unless I go see Grace again. Unless there's something up here. Yeah. Hey Grace, you got something interesting?
What happened to you?
who, me? Nothing. Why?
Well, you're kind of a pale green color. Come here.
Pale green, you say? Charming.
What's that on your face?
I'm sure you'll tell me.
Looks like a sparkly or something. Got it.
I love it when you pick stuff off my face, Grace.
Well, excuse me.
Sorry if there was no commentary for a minute. The phone rang again during my recording, so... Anyway.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Oh, that kind of throws me off. What was I doing here? Well, she said there was something on her on the face, so... What, look in here? Something in the ashtray. Alright. So whatever she picked off is in the ashtray. Let's see what it is. It's too small to pick up. Snake scale in the ashtray. Oh, well, that's convenient. Let's pick it up. Oh, I need the tweezers.
Looks like the python left me a souvenir. Very interesting.
Awesome. And I bet it's going to be the same... Yep. So let's see. Gabriel magnifies the snake scale from the Voodoo Museum's python. Iridescent scale is lots of greens and purples. So I bet if I look at them both together, it's the same scale from the Voodoo Museum, and then he puts them together. Alright.
See you later.
And that should find the link on the cult. Excuse me. Sorry, phone calls and all that.
Mosely, my man.
Knight, I had a feeling you'd show up.
I have this ends today because I'm kind of out of options of things to do. But, yeah, this kind of proves there's a cult.
I have these 2 snake scales. One's from the crime scene at Lake Pontchartrain. The other's from a snake in the Voodoo Museum on Ursulines and Charters.
Is this common? Do they all look alike?
Not at all. They're both constrictor scales, and the coloring is the same. A python's coloring is quite individualistic.
A python?
That's right. Hardly an indigenous snake to Louisiana. Somehow, some way, the Voodoo Museum's python was at the scene of the Lake Pontchartrain murder.
Well, I'd call that a lead, all right. Certainly suggests certain lines of inquiry at the museum. Not bad work, Knight. If we can tie them into this voodoo cult, we just might have something.
Cool.
Okay. I'll reopen the case. I hate
all right.
But you've done some
We're gonna
pretty good detective
reopen it.
work here, Knight.
Well, you know what they say. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Well, point taken. Glad I could inspire you. I'll check around the department, but I have a feeling I'm on my own. In fact, I better lock up this office just in case I step on a few toes. Come on.
Uh-oh. I hope Mosely doesn't die, trying to reopen this case. Because he's making a big deal about,
Well,
how much trouble that would be.
Now, lay low and let me handle this.
yeah, fine.
Oh, okay. So, what, am I just supposed to wait for him? Got anything new to say here?
Hey,
You always say that. Hey, where's Mosely?
I'm here to see Detective. He left for the day. Sorry. You got no business back there now. Move along. Sorry.
Oh, maybe I'm not supposed to wait here. Let's get out of here. It's getting late. Gabriel decides to go home for the day. And that is the end of this day. Wow, those 2 days have been really short. But I've also had all the stuff I needed gathered from the previous days, so I guess it's not too bad. No booty call! Oh no!
Dang.
Damn, no booty call! Okay. What is this, day 6? Oh. Another nightmare. So what, okay, so let's see, is that Gunther and that would be Tetelo? So, I don't know, I guess if that's the case, Tetelo turns into a little animal there, and that's new. So, yeah, there's the ritual knife again, turns into snakes. I think I'm starting to get a little more of the story here, but that's only on the supposition that's Gunther. Well, not the guy who got lynched. I don't know who that is, but Gunther and Tetelo. Day 6. And then the night became as day. I glimpsed into nature's reddest claw. The face of fear looked back at me as I gazed into the maw. I guess we do something at night. Nature's reddest claw. Face of fear. I can't get anything out of that, so let's just move on. Holy holy crap. Oh, excuse me. Wow, that's a pretty dead bird.
What is...
Gabriel?
I see it, Grace. Hold on.
And I think that's a veve.
There's no one in the shop, and I know there's no one in back. It's okay.
Okay. Gabriel, that thing is still barely alive. How could someone do this?
With a knife, maybe?
God, don't even start. We should call the police.
No. I'll take care of it.
But Gabriel...
I said I'll take care of it. Why don't you go get some coffee? I'll have it all cleaned up before you get back.
Oh, they know where you live now.
It's gonna be fine. Now go on. Are you sure you don't want to go home? I could close the shop today.
No. I'd rather keep busy. I'll be fine. At least that creepy guy is gone.
Oh yeah, he is.
Ugh. Not that they aren't still watching. Anyway, speaking of keeping busy, we got that book you ordered in this morning. The one on Rada drums.
Really? Great.
Alright. Let me check out that book. I have a feeling this is going to be annoying. Let's see, is there a pattern? They all start and end with an M. So, whatever. Are there more pages to it? It contains several pages, but I don't see any several pages, so whatever. So... let's just ask Grace stuff and then see what we
Got a minute, Grace?
So I want to ask about messages.
Do you have...
Nope.
And research?
Could you...
Sure.
Okay.
I could...
What's on the paper? Times pickle... whatever. Dated, June 23rd. Gabriel finds an article about St. John's Eve. It discusses the day's Catholic roots and its adoption by voodoo devotees. In the early to mid-1800s, St. John's Eve was celebrated with elaborate voodoo gatherings at Lake Crime Scene, Bayou St. John, and other sites outside the city. These days, the day is commemorated commercially in some of the local shops, and a few churches still hold a St. John's Eve Mass. Despite his better judgment, Gabriel reads his horoscope. Today you will either die or your life will change forever. Okay.
Sure, why not? It is St. John's Eve. They'll be out tonight for sure. But where?
Oh.
Gabriel!
I see it. Stay back.
Well, let me take it. Actually, I should, just in case it's like anthrax or something.
It's just an envelope.
Okay, let me open it. It's unmarked. I just wanted to open it. Oh, with this. Opens the envelope and finds a key and note from Mosely. Alright. Let me read this note. Mosley's note says...
Gabe, I have to go underground with this thing. It runs wide and deep throughout the department and the city board. I'm already being watched. It was suggested I take vacation time, so I am. At least as far as they know. Try to keep out of this. It's too hot for a rookie. Just in case, I'm sending you my office key. You might find some useful things there. P.S. I think this note will look great in the book, don't you? Make sure you save it.
The note is signed Detective Mosely. I just rolled my eyes at that last thing he just said. Okay, so we're gonna save here, and I'll see you next episode. That dead bird was kind of creepy. There's a lot of creepy stuff going on in the game now, so I'll see you in the next episode, guys. See ya.